Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So Ripple objects to the SEC's latest push to block crucial evidence in the XRP lawsuit. Now we know we're never going to get to see those emails. They're never going to reach the light of day. They have to come to either a settlement or they have to drop this case, in my opinion. Then we see this. XRP, the future of digital currency despite the SEC. It doesn't matter, okay, if the US uses XRP. It's still going to be used everywhere else. Now, as an XRP holder, I am very confident that the SEC loses the case and XRP gets regulatory clarity and we move forward. And we know that. Most people that hold XRP already know that is what's going to happen. But a lot of people still are wary of it. So Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the SEC prefers to operate in the dark. And that's the thing. They work behind the scenes. You don't know what's going on. There's a lawsuit, with LCX right now and 8 other cryptocurrencies. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So let's go. Coinbase rejects the SEC's claim that 9 Ethereum-based altcoins are securities. And the thing is, LCX stands out the most. Why? Because it's regulated. It's the only regulated exchange. The cryptocurrency, LCX, is also regulated. It's approved by so many different companies. But yet the SEC is saying it's a security. Sound familiar? A lot like the Ripple case. So Coinbase denies listing securities, says SEC should provide regulatory framework. That's where we get to regulatory compliance, regulatory clarity. They're claiming there's no framework in place. And no one's working to get this done. It seems like everything's moving at a snail's pace at this point. The SEC will need to prove tokens are securities in Coinbase insider trading case, legal expert says. So they have to prove that they're securities. They have to prove it, just like they have to prove XRP is a security and not a cryptocurrency. This all sounds very, very familiar to me, and that makes me want to buy even more LCX. Because in my opinion, if the SEC is calling it a security, it makes me want to buy it. Why? Because I think the SEC has no case. If there was regulatory framework already in place, then we would already have seen it. And then we see this. The lawmakers reach out to 7 cryptocurrency companies in the US, leading them to conclude that crypto miners are large energy users that account for significant and rapidly growing account of carbon emissions. So you could see where we're going with this, right? So now we know all about the whole going green thing and the climate crisis that we're supposedly in right now. We have to get all this taken care of today. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, you're going to see a lot of places now saying Bitcoin is now outlawed. The U.S. doesn't want to have Bitcoin mines in the U.S., period. And it's all about going green right now. EV vehicles. Why do you think our gas is so expensive? But see, XRP meets that regulations. It'll meet any green regulations they throw at it. So it should be clear to most of the nation by now that Biden regime is forcing its green agenda on the U.S. by raising gas, heating oil, diesel prices until we scream for EV salvation. And that's the thing. They want you to be paying these high prices and hoping for some other alternative. But the thing is, the gas does not have to be this high. They're trying to kill anything that consumes power. Bitcoin, I'm telling you, that is the crypto that they need to get out of the way. And a lot of people don't agree with that. They say, oh, well, Bitcoin could easily move offshore. It could go here. Listen, it's the entire world. They want Bitcoin gone. It doesn't fit into the New World Order that they're always talking about. So still think this is a conspiracy. United Nations announces Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum and UN General Secretary Antonio Guterres have signed an agreement to accelerate Agenda 2030. Now, I don't know about you, but there was a point maybe 2 years ago when people were talking about this. I said, oh God, let me go get my tinfoil hat. And then I started reading up on this, and I started seeing it like being built. You could see it in the background. CBDCs talked about quietly then. And you could see digital currencies being talked about quietly then. Now it's out there and everybody's starting to see it. It's no longer a conspiracy. This is what they are doing. XRP, in my opinion, is your financial way out of all of this. Why? Because the second they flip that switch and XRP takes off, you will be rich. So you can avoid some of the hardships that are about to come. A lot of the crisis that's about to come. And people keep saying to me, I got messages on Twitter earlier today saying, if I was you, I would not invest in Ripple. They're trying to tear down the entire free world. You should be investing in Bitcoin. It's an alternative solution to this. So it made me want to do a video on Bitcoin, which I will actually do because I want to prove my point on it, that it's not the savior and the way out of this. But the thing is, as an XRP holder, I'm never selling my XRP. You want to know my exit plan? This is my exit plan. We hit $10, I take 10% and sell it. I take that money then and I go on a vacation and, do some fun stuff with it. And then after that, I'm going to hold on to 50% of what I actually hold as long as it takes to become wealthy. Because that is the whole goal of holding XRP. This does not make me want to sell it. In fact, this makes me want to hold on to it because I know the value in it. Then we see Elizabeth Warren takes aim at crypto miners with emissions regulations. Didn't I just say that? That's where they're going to start this whole thing where you cannot mine Bitcoin. They're going to start going down the list. Other cryptocurrencies are most likely going to be unable to be mined. They do not want you consuming any type of energy. They don't want you looking at alternatives to their plan. Cryptocurrency news. Congress needs to act on crypto, says U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren. And this is the thing. She wants Congress to act on this. Well, their first thing that Congress should do is go in there and say to the SEC, listen, you need to give regulatory clarity on this. We need to move forward. We have to catch up with the rest of the world. I say that all the time. The rest of the world is still moving forward. You see it with CBDCs, with stable coins, digital stable coins being built continually. This is not going away. This is something that is going to take place. The Great Reset. And the thing is, a lot of people are going to be sitting back and wondering what just happened. So Senator Elizabeth Warren wants more enforcement from the SEC in the crypto space. So now she wants more enforcement, but she also wants Congress to act and get us moving. But it's like a contradictory thing. She says these things. We keep seeing statements from her. But in all actuality, they already know what's going to meet their regulatory compliancy. And they already know which cryptos are going to be part of the new financial system. They know XRP is going to move all the money. And the thing is, they just want to hold it back even longer. I believe these prices are very, very suppressed at this point. Then we see this. How much longer are we going to allow this? It's 579 days. In my opinion, maybe we only have to wait until we get to 589. Sound familiar? And that's the thing. That's how long they've been holding back innovation. So the SEC doesn't define how XRP can be used outside US borders. Think about that. They don't define that. So it can be used anywhere else in the entire world. In my opinion, that still gives XRP a lot of value. Then we see this. This is what you call organized chaos, the Great Reset. This is all planned. Fact. After CBDCs are up and running, the show only then they will let XRP go, in my honest opinion. The bankers hate XRP. You got to keep that in mind. XRP is going to do things like we've never seen before. Think about when it starts moving all that money around. Think about Nostro Vostro getting unlocked. Think about your wallet. How rich are you going to be at that time? And the thing is, a lot of people are going to be sitting back and saying, wow, I should have invested in cryptocurrency with all of the chaos going on in the world. And once they get this new plan in place, a lot of people say, well, I could just use Bitcoin to make payments for things. Or Bitcoin, my Bitcoin investments will save me from all of this. Do you think they do not already know about Bitcoin? You think they don't already know that they're going to try to kill it at some point? Bitcoin is not going to be the savior of the day. We're going to have liquidity crisis like crazy. I keep saying that because I know that's coming. And XRP will be ushered in to solve that problem, along with a lot of other problems. You need to know what you hold. Don't let all of this craziness, get you down. It's going to happen one way or another. You just come to accept it, but don't lose sight on yourself. Know you're going to be rich when this all happens. Maybe you can change what the direction that your life will go in after all of this happens. We'll have to wait and see. But the thing is, you cannot lose sight of the big picture. You invested in XRP for a reason. Hold on to that reason and just be patient. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.